Yeah, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to part two of Dog Turds into Diamonds here with AFC Rushden Diamonds. We are ready to get our Vanarama National League season started here against Swindon. A huge game to start. It's been suggested that this is an easy game. I really don't see that. We'll have to see how it goes. But we did play Swindon in pre-season. It was actually a really close game. It was a tough game. We came out 2-1 winners. We did have the better of it, but this is not going to be easy. You saw the team in part one. It's Blair, Williams, Clements, Ray Gabadebo at the back, Butcher and Smith in midfield, and I'm going to make a little tactical change, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And then Iqbal is the number 10, with Waltman and Curtis on the wings. Iqbal and Curtis making their league debuts. James Price, 33-goal man from last season, is still with us and starting the game. So that's the team that is going to kick off our Vanarama National League season. I really want to get off to a good start here. I think getting confidence early on is going to be huge, especially going away to Torquay next. No idea what might happen in the away game. Just a little bit of nerves, you know. This is the first time we've really stepped up to a really serious league. The Vanarama North, there are some good teams in it, but the majority are not that different to the Southern League. I feel like this is now like a big step up, you know. This is like going up from the Championship to the Premier League, or going up from maybe League One to the Championship, something like that. So, go on, let's go with our assistant then. Let's go with Mr. Llewellyn. The pressure is all on them. What do we have to lose? There you go. Go out and cause an upset. Zidane likes the idea. Nobody else really reacts, but they do react now. There you go. We've got a well-motivated bunch, hopefully. I think that the motivation actually got worse as I went on there, didn't it? Now, what I'm thinking, I'm actually going to start, I'm going to leave it, but what I'm thinking is that for teams that play a number 10 against this season, I'm going to drop this ball-winning midfielder back one, but not put him in the middle, just drop him back, and from there, he can either mark the number 10, or if they don't play with the number 10, he can actually mark in here. It's a system I've used in previous FMs, and it's worked an absolute treat. I'm not going to play out of defence with us having a number 10 up against us. And as you are familiar with now, I'm going to distribute to the flanks from the goalkeeper rather than to the fullbacks, because they've obviously got those 4 attacking players there. So yeah, expect to see that variation be made over the course of the season. I'm not going to do it now. I'll see how the game goes first, but expect to see this player being in a much more defensive role to just hopefully give us a little bit more solidity. Yeah, I think it's a formation that does work really, really well in this game engine. I'm going to resist doing it for now, but that could become a thing as the season goes on. So 4 minutes in, first highlight of our Vanarama National League story. And hopefully we can keep our possession game going now at a higher level. I'm a little bit worried now that with the fact that all players at this level are limited, I'm worried that we might not be able to keep our possession game going. But that was a really good start to it. I'm worried our possession game might get found out a bit. But Zidane almost got a goal on his league debut there. Ray wins the... What is Ray doing? Oh my goodness, our new captain almost cost us a goal there. That is an absolute hospital ball he's just played. And Swindon now have a free kick. It's a great save. Great save, Sam Blair. Well done. We've got to get a hold of this game. We have started off the first 15 minutes. It says we've had more shots, but they've had a couple of important highlights. We've really got to get onto this now. Let's encourage the players. And things have kind of gone very stale, haven't they? We've had 4 shots, but nothing on target, and they get another free kick over the bar. What can I change here? What can I change? Because I do not like the way this is going. Half an hour in, and they are clearly on top. We've had more possession, but they look far more dangerous. And Matty Stevens has put them ahead. And it doesn't matter that we beat them in pre-season. The competitive games are what it's all about. And that, this is not good at all. So I've gone attacking. What else can I change here? I mean, we're playing narrow apparently, but I mean, we really weren't marking there, were we? I'm going to change up a couple of things. I've spent the last couple of seasons playing very narrow in defence. I think with the fact that our defence is now better, I don't need to do that because they're playing most of the time out to the wings. So I think I've got to move our defenders a little bit more out to the wings, play with a little bit more width defensively to cope with that. So I'm hoping those two changes, playing attacking and increasing our defensive width, are going to help us there. I'm going to demand more from the players, but this is not a good start. We've had more possession and as many shots. We've actually had a better XG, but we have not had a single attacking highlight since that first one. I'm going to tell them we have to be simply better in front of goal. Come on, boys. Yeah, statistically, it kind of suggests we've been better XG, as many shots, more possession, but we haven't turned any of them into a shot on target or a meaningful highlight. What else can I do here? Right, I am going to make a couple of changes because we have been appalling. No, not instructions. Let's get into the team and see what we can do here. Now, Gabadebo, has he taken a knock or something? Oh dear. Let's bring Lee Brown on. And I'll make Lee Brown the right back and Williams the centre back. And Zidane Iqbal is not really creating anything. I'm going to get Lloyd Marsh-Hughes in. I'm going to make that the only change for the moment. The only other thing, Isaac Smith is playing a 6.4. I'm going to drop him back. I'm going to make this change. I'm going to show you how I feel it works. So Smith from here is going to mark their number 10, Mark Helm. And that means that Lloyd Marsh-Hughes, who is Butcher naturally marking in there? Butcher is naturally marking Diallo. So Marsh-Hughes, I am just going to give instructions to mark Connor Lawless. So we've got all their midfielders covered still, but we have just dropped this player back to get a little bit of specific attention on their number 10. The only other thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to play with more width. And I'm going to start looking for the pass in behind and shoot on sight. And let's just speed things up as well. Do you know what? I said I was only going to do something and now I've changed a whole bunch of stuff. Let's just try and be a little bit more positive, a little bit more offensive and see if we can save this game. I do not want to start with a defeat. I mean, look, we've had more shots than them. We've got a much better XG and not a highlight to speak of. Let's demand more again. Can we please make something here, guys? Come on. Unbelievably poor this game. Last 15 minutes. What am I going to change? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go big risk. Big risk, big rewards. I'm going to take off Jay Williams. I'm going to bring on Thomas Hughes. Thomas Hughes is going to go to the left there. And I'm going to put Curtis in the number 10 role. I think I'm going to make him as a shadow striker. And Lloyd Marsh-Hughes is going to go up front. I'm going 4v4 at the back. Lloyd Marsh-Hughes, a deep line forward. George Ray marking their centre forward. Smith marking their number 10. We're just going all out. Let's go direct. And distributing from the keeper. We're going to counter. We're going to distribute quickly. And we're going to go into the target man. and we're going to see if we can save this game. 15 minutes. Big changes. Only one shot on target. Really, really poor. Let's encourage the players. Are we really going to do this? We're going to go the first game of the season. Only one highlight in the 4th minute and only one shot on target. Could it be any worse? Nothing is happening. Last chance here. Let's create something here, guys. Please. What an abysmal second half. Abysmal game. We have been really, really impotent in possession today. But we are going to finish with an attacking highlight. Hughes gets it in. And Ronan Curtis on his league debut. Come on, boys. Absolutely superb. I mean, we had to throw caution to the wind to do it, didn't we? It's been a really disappointing performance. The substitutions really seem to have helped out. And Ronan Curtis, the Ireland international, makes a huge impact. And maybe me not changing on the back of that goal is going to come back to bite us here. We are matched up man for man at the back, remember. Oh my goodness, don't do this to me, FM. Don't do it, no! Great save, Sam Blair. Oh, he saved us. He saved us, Sam Blair. Well done. Can we get a winner here? This would be an absolute robbery. We've got a penalty. Lloyd Marsh-Hughes, he did miss a penalty in pre-season. He's never missed a competitive penalty for us. Can he win it here? Unbelievable drama at Sixfields. Lloyd Marsh-Hughes has won it. I don't believe this. What a game. What a turnaround. What a finish. We had to really risk it to do this, but we have pulled it out the bag. Absolutely unbelievable. Swindon have got to be on their knees. We have had 3 shots on target the entire game. 2 of them were in the last 2 minutes of the game and in injury time. And we have ended up with the 3 points. I cannot believe it. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Lots of things to improve there. You have to be worried about the lack of attacking impetus there. But what can you say? Everybody thought we'd lose. That's a great win. I'm worried, but I'm also delighted at the same time. If that is what our season is going to be like in the Vanarama National League, it is going to be heart attacks all round. It looks like a poor attendance apart from the away fans. That's disappointing. Maybe the AFC Rushden and Diamonds fans don't want to set foot inside Northampton Town Stadium. But hopefully that will improve as the season goes on. If we can improve results, the fans will come. I'm delighted with that. Do you know what? Before we go forward to the next game, I just want to show you, because you can see there, attacking-wise, that was really worrying. If I go to my shortlist, I want to show you an attacker I've been looking at. So these are the attackers that I've got on my shortlist. I mean, a number of these. Leighton Stewart, released by Liverpool, and Joe Ridley, released by Middlesbrough. They're 2 fantastic talents, but they're not interested in coming to us. So I'm hoping they don't get a club, and they're going to kind of, over time, start to reduce their expectation, you know, and then hopefully we might be able to get them in. They would make a huge difference to our attacking ability here. I'm trying to see, there was another player I had. Now on my shortlist here, I've got players that do not have a club, and the fact that I can't see the player I wanted to show you has me worried that he has now found a club. I guess he must have. So that's disappointing. I can't show you who that was. I think he must have a team. And this is the problem down here. I had an absolutely fantastic player in on trial during pre-season. He wanted over £900 a week. He originally wanted more than 1,000. He dropped his demands to less than, or just over 900. I mean, all these green players here are players that are in on trial at the moment. Some of them are interesting, but But yeah, most of them that are worth signing want more than I can pay. So that's the issue that I've got. I'm stuck with James Price as my striker option, and I'm a little bit worried that, as you've just seen, he's not really going to have enough for this division. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. Anyway, now I'm going to stop there. We will be back very, very shortly for Torquay away. Let's see if we can get a better attacking performance and hopefully make it 2 wins out of 2. See you in just a little while. Welcome back. Well, here we are 3 days later, ready to take on Torquay. They are playing their first game of the season here, so their 20th place really doesn't mean anything. Really not sure how strong they're going to be. Obviously, we would love a repeat of the smash and grab against Swindon, but even better than that, I think, would be maybe a more competitive performance from the start. Hopefully, we don't have to take the risks that we had to against Swindon to get a result. Just over the last few days, I have offered a contract out. First of all, the Joe Ridley, who was released by Middlesbrough, he is now willing to speak to us about a contract. But my contract negotiations fell down because he wanted guarantees of being played as a striker and a poacher. Now, I don't think poachers really work that well in FM, so and certainly not playing one up front as we do. So I refused to bow to his demands, and things broke down. So we'll see if anything comes of it. But you can see, I mean, I'm still scouting him anyway. He won't come to us on trial. He's a bit too big to do a trial. He wants a straight up contract offer. But I mean, from what I can see, it looks like he would be an improvement on what we've got. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't even know how much money he would want because we didn't even get to that stage in negotiations. Contract I have offered is Liam Gibbs, and to be honest, this is the player I was looking for before. I was looking in my shortlist for strikers because he can play as a striker, but he's actually registered as an attacking midfielder, so that's why he didn't come up in the shortlist. I've offered him a contract for $775 a week, which would make him far and away our biggest earner. I think he's worth it though, don't you? He lacks a bit of pace to play as a striker, maybe. He could maybe be a deep line forward linking the play. But I mean, he would certainly be far and away our best player as the number 10, as the attacking midfielder. 11 dribbling, 12 first touch, 13 passing, 13 vision, 13 teamwork, 12 off the ball, 12 flair, 11 decisions, 13 composure to put those chances away, 11 anticipation. I think he looks different class. He's just been released by Norwich City. You can see he's a player that's had a couple of loans in America and in Holland. So, I mean, he's got a bit about him. He's got some experience. And he was previously at Ipswich and played in League One for them. So, I think Liam Gibbs is just, without doubt, a Football League quality player. His physicals are the downside of his game. No doubt about that. But I think if we can get him, I think I've got to go and do it, even though it would blow our wage structure completely out of the water. If I can get hold of him, I've got to do it. Just absolute different gravy. Our finances are okay at the moment in terms of the wage budget. We are 150,000 in debt. The game against the game against Swindon at Northampton Stadium helped us with that because we had a 1,600 attendance, which is a new attendance record for AFC Rushden Diamonds. Obviously, Hayden Road only held a maximum of 1,500. So we've smashed the attendance record. You can see, look, if I go ahead with this signing, I'm still £50 or £80 a week under my wage budget, which really makes it doable. I think I've got to go and do it. If Liam Gibbs will sign, I've got to make that signing. He would be that next level signing that we haven't managed to make before now. If I look at our squad, here looking at the wages, Matt Butcher is our highest paid player on £575 a week. So he would be coming in, Liam Gibbs, on £200 a week more than anybody else. James Price gets £525, and then we go down to £400 with Clements and Waltman. So it really would blow our wage structure out of the water. We have kept things tight in terms of the wages. But I think if Liam Gibbs wants to come to us, I think I've got to do it. I don't think I can refuse. He would be the best player in our team by a country mile in the number 10 role or in the striker role. And if he plays in the number 10 role, that could spell the end early on for Mr. Zidane. Here's the team that's going to start today. Sam Blair is going to be in goal again. I'm changing up the defence. Lee Brown is coming in. Gabadebo and George Ray continue at centre-back. Do I keep Bailey Clements in? He's very tired. I think I'm going to do it because he's so important. Matt Butcher is also really tired and Isaac Smith is not fit. I think I'm going to change both Crowsdale and Deering to freshen up the midfield. Oh, I've just changed Bailey Clements. Get out of there. Jack Earing goes to midfield, and let's just put Bailey Clements back in the squad at left back in the team. Waltman and Hughes will continue, but Waltman is also very tired, so Richard Curtis, is it Richard Curtis? Ronan Curtis can come in on the right wing a little bit later on, and James Price continues up front with Lloyd Marsh Hughes in the number 10 role. I've dropped out Zidane Iqbal. He didn't play well on his league debut, did he? So we've got a couple of fitness issues there, but I've got the players to change in and out. So I'm not too worried about starting like this. We'll see how things go. I've also set the team back to looking to pass into space. I think the last couple of seasons I've taken that off because we've been the dominant team in the majority of games, and teams have got wise to it. They defended narrow, they played deeper, and we just couldn't get in with the balls in behind. But I think now in this league where we're not at one of the big fish, I think that tactic is going to start to work again. I think James Price getting on the end of the through balls, I think can be a different player. So hopefully that works out for us today. We'll see how things go against Torquay. Before I do the team talk, just the other tactical adjustments I'm going to make, as we've done before, as it's our first game and I want to see kind of what the competition's like, I am going to go and mark up on their wing backs. You can see they're playing 3 centre backs here. So I'm going to mark up with our wingers on their fullbacks to leave our wing backs or our fullbacks free on the overlaps. Hopefully that will work out, having that extra defensive commitment there. And I'm going to play with a bit more width with the fact they've got 3 centre backs, and I'm going to play to the wings. Distribution, I am also going to go to the playmaker now. We've got 3 on 2 in midfield, so I want to try and take advantage of that. For the moment, I am going to defend narrowly. I think they're going to be attacking narrowly, so I'm going to defend narrowly. But as I said last game, I think that's something that can change over the course of this game. All right, so the pundits might not believe in us today, but the fans do them proud. They never react to the fans, so I'm going to go with the assistant. The players couldn't care less about the fans, and they couldn't care less about us being underdogs either. But there you go, with a little bit more emphasis, they're getting a little bit more excited about the game. Looks good. A nice couple of green motivated players there. Let's see if we can make it 2 wins out of 2 in the Vanarama National League. It would be a fantastic start for us. Oh dear, after the last game the nerves are on, but hopefully we can deal with it. Headed away there, but nobody there to take advantage of it, as our wingers were really pulled back marking their wing backs there. Maybe that's something I need to change as we go on. Gabadebo, the all-white strip of AFC Rushden Diamonds for this game. Waltman gets it across, and Thomas Hughes off the bar. Hopefully we can keep going in this vein. Okeke gets in behind the midfield. Well defended. Thomas Hughes on the break. Jack Earing. Lovely ball out to the wing with Waltman. But he's dispossessed rather easily there. And I think attacking-wise, we are going to struggle a lot more this season. I think Waltman, Hughes, Price and Lloyd Marsh Hughes are probably not standout players in the Vanarama National League. But Waltman gets that in. Price back to Waltman. He was onside and we are 1-0 up. Great start. Just as I berate the quality of our attacking players for National League level, they put together a move like that. Great ball from Ray, the captain. Waltman in, and Price really alert there to lay it back to Waltman. And he pops it in at the near post. Beautiful goal. Great start. I thought there might have been a worry about offside, but he's actually well on. And we're 1-0 up in our first away game of the season. Brilliant start. Come on, boys. Keep this going. Max Waltman, the ex-Liverpool man, aiming to show that he can do it at this level as they get the next highlight. I might take the marking of my wingers off. As they go very close there. I might take that marking off because it does seem like we're now leaving their wide centre-backs open. We'll see how that goes. At the moment, we're kind of controlling things. We've got over 50% of the possession. We've had most of the shots. Let's just encourage them. I've noticed that when you're winning and you encourage, they kind of take it badly. But they've reacted okay to that one. Waltman is absolutely shattered. I think Ronan Curtis is going to be coming on at half-time as they get another attack. But once again, on the break with Waltman, finding Price. Can he finish? He's missed an open goal. Oh, James Price. Oh, I don't believe it. If we don't win this game, I am dropping James Price for the next one. Go on, you're doing well. Keep working hard until full time. Let's get Max Waltman off. He's absolutely shattered, even with a break at half time. Ronan Curtis will come in on the right wing. He is more than capable of playing as the right winger. Really versatile player who gives us lots of options in lots of different positions. Of course, scored his goal in the last game from the number 10 position. So really nice to have someone who can play so many different positions. Can Brown put it in? He can't. Back to Crowsdale, into Earing. He's got to get a cross in, surely. No. Is that a penalty? Or is it outside the box? It's a penalty. Lloyd Marsh Hughes can get his second in as many games from the penalty spot. Wonderful stuff. Great start to the second half. Come on, Lloyd Marsh Hughes. Those 15 penalties really have proved absolutely golden for us since he came in at the start of last season. Brilliant stuff. 2-0. Let's praise the players. Keep up the morale. I'm going to make a change for Bailey Clements shortly because we have got another game in 3 days against Cheltenham at home. So again, I want fit players for that game. I think I've got to stick with this same team as much as I can for that next game because this has been a really good performance. I'm going to bring Jay Williams in. It looks like Gabadebo will maybe miss out the next game because he's shattered as well. But, well, I could bring Isaac Smith on, couldn't I? And that would be all 3 of my changes. Do I want to do that? I mean, Gabadebo's so important. But then I could also play Isaac Smith from the start as a centre-back in the next game. I'm going to leave it for the moment just to not leave myself without changes. And then give it another 10 minutes. We're an hour in. And give it another 10 minutes and then I'll make that next change. Let's demand more from the players, even though we're 2-0 up. Yeah, they didn't like that. I would like, again, I mean, we've only had 2 shots on target. We've had 5 shots on target in 2 games and scored 4 goals, 2 of them penalties. So attacking is still definitely a little bit of a worry, isn't it? No, I don't want to change my instructions. I'm just going to change up Gabadebo for Isaac Smith. Just give Gabadebo that rest that hopefully means he can start the next game. Again, really nice to have Isaac Smith and give us those options of playing centre-back or in midfield. So, again, not the greatest attacking performance, but a really solid performance. We have been in control of the game. Torquay have had very little in terms of opportunity. I'm going to praise the players to finish. And I think that has to go down as a very nice win. 2 wins out of 2. as we start life in the Vanarama National League. I have no doubt things are going to get much harder as the season goes on, but I've got to be pleased with that, haven't I? And with Curtis possibly coming, sorry, not Curtis, Liam Gibbs. I'm getting my names well mixed up. With Liam Gibbs probably coming in, hopefully that can change our attacking fortunes for the next couple of games. I think maybe if Liam Gibbs comes in, I might even have Lloyd Marsh Hughes as the striker and Liam Gibbs as the number 10. But we'll have to see what happens there. I think definitely a next level striker is gonna be a priority as the season goes on. But I'm now approaching my wage limit, which is also problematic. But I mean, if Glatzel maybe starts to, not Glatzel again, I'm getting my ex-Liverpool players completely mixed up. Who was the striker who was on my shortlist who doesn't want to come to us? Glatzel was last season. I'm going to keep an eye on the strikers on my shortlist. I'm going to see if any of them are interested in coming in as time goes on. And if we could maybe add a next level striker and Liam Gibbs and make that work in the wage budget, I think that could really just make us a really competitive team in this league. I think we can see offensively we are not up to it. We are not going to be good enough over the course of the season. We've got to get some better players in those final third positions. We'll see what happens. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. We are sitting pretty on 6 points from 2 games. When will we come back? We do have that 4th round FA Cup game against Solihull Moors. I mean, that's only in 2 games' time. So I think what we're probably going to be looking at is seeing how things go. Maybe around here, we're going to be looking at who the strong teams in the league are around here. Fylde, I think, have started quite well. We might come back somewhere around here, but the big hope is that we qualify from the FA Cup 4th round, and then the next episode would be the 1st round proper. So let's see how that goes. As it stands, it's a brilliant start to the season. Really, really pleased. We can be very satisfied to be sitting in the playoff places after 2 games. It's a good start to life, isn't it? We'll be back very soon with AFC Rushden Diamonds here for another episode of Dog Turds into Diamonds. Thanks for watching. Put a like on that video and subscribe to the channel. See you soon.